is bizarre to me to listen to this hearing. Honestly, now we've suddenly made all mosques the beachhead of terrorism across the country. This is a very important religion around the world, and certainly here in the United States. Islam is a very, very important religion. And I go to Mr. Cohen's comments about why we're holding this hearing again. This is a redo, by the way. We've done this before. We're doing it again at a time when we have so many pressing issues that we should be addressing in the Constitution Subcommittee. We have the issue of voting rights, the gutting of voting rights by the Supreme Court, the dilution of the black vote in the United States, which should be at the top of our list to talk about. We have the unconstitutional war in Iran that has now cost at least $29 billion of taxpayer money that we have not had a single hearing on. There's lots of things that we could be talking about, but see, the problem is, if we were to talk about any of those things, you would actually have to acknowledge how incredibly unpopular Republican policies have been in driving up the price of gas in this country. In my home state, it's almost $6 for a gallon of regular, almost $7 for a gallon of diesel. You'd have to address the rising cost of fertilizer, of groceries, the fact that Republicans stripped health care away from millions of Americans. People cannot afford health care in the United States of America, the richest country in the world. We have 90 million Americans who are either uninsured, no insurance at all, or underinsured, meaning they have some form of insurance, but it's not enough to pay their medical bills. And that is why we have $220 billion of medical debt in the United States of America. $220 billion. But we're not talking about any of the policies, the unconstitutionality of all of the things that this administration has done that have really ripped apart the foundations of who we are as a country. Instead, we're going to have a conversation about this, Sharia law. And, you know, I've seen in my home state of Washington, but across the country, the rise in anti-Muslim bigotry that has been happening in the aftermath of October 7th attacks and then in the aftermath of 9/11. And in my home state of Washington, now Muslim Americans reporting experiencing hate crimes, threats of violence, hateful rhetoric that increases those threats of violence, discriminatory policies in the workplace, unsafe interactions with law enforcement. And this hearing is unfortunately just part of a much larger anti-Muslim, anti-Islam strategy that Republicans have been trying to drive.